All right, welcome to CMB family. We are here now addressing our favorite brand that came out in December. Many members love this company. Many members love this platform. I love it too. Those of you that are interested in the new launch, the referral links are in the chat room. Definitely hit them and get registered tonight. Don't delay. The Tegeta is brand new. CMB has been with us now since December. Members are still coming in. We've actually reached over 70,000 members now, which again is a milestone. Thank you to all of you that have been growing with us, cheering with us, and making CMB your baby. It's been an amazing journey with CMB. You know, we started back in December. We started at zero. We had no customers, and today we have over 70,000 in my downline alone. That has been, you know, tremendous. I thank each and every one of you for your support and your work and hard work in this industry. It has not been easy. We've had a couple of times and timeline that were really painful. I remember the meltdown in February, and then we had another one there in April. We still have some missing deposits from April, and we've got a solution for everyone tonight. We've still got some missing withdrawals. We've got a solution for that tonight. It hasn't been easy, but the one thing I want to say about CMB is we're still operational and we're still going and we're still growing. And that is probably the best news that everyone needs to hear. We're not stopping. We're not stopping the engine. We're not stopping making gains. The system is running. The AI bots are running. Everyone's account is still running. It's been a nightmare for the actual company head office itself. They've been short-staffed. I would say this, that overall in every aspect where every one of our leaders and every one of our customers has felt the pain has been due to short-staffed, situation in head office. They just weren't equipped to handle 70,000 customers and having the meltdowns that we've had. And so that has been the biggest challenge for the corporate head office of all. And so they've been really strapped, and they've been stressed, and we've all been stressed. Like, I feel it, you feel it, we feel it. We're all the same team here. So I know exactly how you feel, and I know exactly, what many of the people are going through. And so what I can tell you is I talk to management almost every single day. I'm asking them the same questions that you guys are sending me. I've tried escalating many things up the food chain for many people and many leaders, and some of it's worked, some of it's been tackled. But again, the pressing issue is the fact that we're short-staffed and we just can't handle the influx of what's happened. And after that last meltdown, it was like a nuclear bomb that went off. And the first meltdown in February was a lot easier to repair and move forward from, because we had all of the database in Coinbase. We had everything organized. We had a bit of we missed a couple days of the backup, but we actually got the website back up within a week. And then we started rolling again. And many of us have been here since then, and we remember those times. The second meltdown, however, was a lot more weird. Like, it was bad. People rushed the system. People made all kinds of deposits because no one told them to, and they just did. So again, the members, the people that are complaining about the missing deposits are the people that ruined it for the business model, that ruined it for the company and ruined it for themselves. And they didn't take note. They didn't take leadership notice when they were supposed to. And it's called, they bum rushed the system, and they put the system in a really bad position. They overtaxed everything. And then they made a mess of all the data. And our IT people have been trying to clean that up right up until this minute. It is June 14th, and they are still sweeping up from that mess right now. And so is the accounting department. Like, accounting is still trying to match missing deposits and get people's accounts fixed up and all this kind of stuff. And it has not been easy. It's unbelievable. And the amount of support tickets that were sent in. Now, if everyone sent in one support ticket, that would have been cool, right? They would have been in the line in some kind of a queue, and then we'll get handled. But no, we got crazy people that have sent in. I talked to the management. This one individual, she didn't tell me who it was, sent in 4,000 support tickets, 4,000 of the same thing over and over and over again. And then same thing on Telegram. And this one person, again, that didn't mention who it was bombing the system with the exact same thing. 4,000 times. Let's just put that in perspective for a minute. How does support handle that? How does a company deal with some individual member that is just insane like that? To think about that for a minute. And that's been the problem. Like, the people are wild animals out here, and they're ruining it for the rest of us. And so people aren't getting their withdrawals because other people are ruining it for them. People didn't get their deposits because, they bum rushed the system and things like this. So all of this mess that all these people are feeling has been caused by the people, right? That part. And then the part of the software and being DDoS attacked and having the system go down and all that, that all happened from an outside source that we're not responsible for. Like, do you think we sit around and want someone to DDoS the website and hack? Think about that for a minute, right? And so all of these things that had happened all came from outside sources. CMB did not do any of this to anybody. CMB did not make the website go down. CMB did not send in 4,000 support tickets from one individual and clog the system. CMB does not have ill values towards any of the members. In fact, CMB is still delivering on what it's set out to deliver, and that was the results on your deposit. And if you look in your back office, your e-wallets are still going up, the money's still being made, withdrawals are still coming. I was just in the chat room there with Marcos on Monday. A bunch of members are getting their withdrawals, and the withdrawals are going out in batches. Why are they going out in batches? Because of the mess that all of these human beings have created for us. Like, there's just a big pileup of a mess, and it's just people that have no patience. And again, like this individual with the 4,000 support tickets, like what is that human being thinking, sending in 4,000 support tickets to the system? I'm still shocked, but I'm not shocked. Like I said, I've been here 11 years. None of this stuff surprises me. So again, I know it's not your fault, Don, and it's not your fault, Walter, but like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? I'll tell you what we do. We have to wait it out. We have to wait till they catch up. We have to wait for them to fix things, and we have to wait it out. There is no other option on earth right now. There's just have to be wait it out until they can catch up, clean up, and sort through the chaos. And we put out a bulletin last week, basically highlighting that and explaining that professionally to all the members, letting them know that the cleanup of the chaos is still in process, and it really is. There's no fake sauce about it, okay? And then there's all kinds of, monkeys making all kinds of rumors out here about everything and saying stuff about me and this and that. And why? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you trying to ruin a good thing? Like, why are you trying to downplay an engine that's making you all money? Like, it's like you're biting the hand that feeds you. I don't understand still. Again, this wild animals thing, right? Like 4,000 support tickets, biting the hand that feeds them, spreading all this ill rumors around the social media, making all this nonsense and all this noise like they know something. Like, you don't know anything. Like, you don't know a single thing about what's going on at CMB. So how on earth can you all comment like you do on Facebook and chat rooms and so on? Like, how are these ladies named Lynn able to write a 3-page paragraph about CMB, and you don't know a single thing, Lynn? Like, not a single thing about anything. But yet you could write 3 paragraphs about it. And then there's this other lady on Facebook, in her group on Facebook, and she wrote another long letter of all this stuff. And I'm like, how does this Julie girl know anything about what's going on at CMB? Like, all of a sudden she works there? All of a sudden she got more input to management than I do? All of a sudden she's plugged in to the owners? Like, how does she know what she's talking about? And then there's people believing that, and Marcos is going there and he's trying to tell people, you can't believe this. Like, this is not really what's going on, guys. Like, all of the leaders are absolutely shocked at the wild animal behavior of the members. And where does it come from? Where is all this chaos coming from? Well, I'll tell you where it's coming from. They have no patience. They don't understand. They haven't been here 11 years. They don't understand what's going on with this business and this business model and what really happens behind the scenes. There's a lot more going on than what's on the surface, right? Like, the surface is just a nice rosy picture in your back office and we're making gains. But really deep behind the surface, there's a whole nother website behind the website that we're using. And that website has got, over jammed with support chaos and all this other stuff. And you don't realize that. You don't know what the human beings at head office are going through. And I don't even think many of you even care. The way your attitude is and the way that you've been respecting the opportunity It's horrible. It's so disrespectful. And again, I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked. Like I know the wild animals are going to do whatever they want. They're going to say whatever they want. I was even going on Facebook and trying to, answer questions and give people the right answers, because I'm the only guy. I am the only guy on planet Earth that knows what's going on. One guy, nobody else, not one single person on the entire planet of Earth can talk about CMB other than me. And I'm going in there trying to answer these questions, and they're just shitting on me, and they're telling me like they know something. So I just gave up. Like I'm not even going to answer another question. I don't even care what the haters have to say. Like I don't care. I just don't care to spend my energy on negative people and negative Nancys of the world. Like I just don't care. There's bigger things going on. We've got new opportunities coming down the highway all the time for our diversity family. And we're focused there. Like we're not looking back. Like you guys are in the rearview mirror as far as we're concerned. Like we're moving ahead, we're moving forward, and we're going places. And so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind today. Take a hard lesson. Like you're really ruining it for everybody else. You're ruining a great brand. You guys are writing messages to wallet companies. You guys are on all these chats online and all this fake news stuff, like making YouTube videos. Why? Like why? Why can't you just relax and have some patience and let the company do what it has to do to repair the chaos that most of you have created? Like you've done this. You've done this to us. You've done this to me. You've hurt me. You've hurt Don. You've hurt all of the leaders around the world that work so hard. You've hurt Marcos. You've hurt Walter. Some of you wild animals are just hurting all of us with all of your actions. And then all of our customers are hurt because of you too. And so
then they start reporting to wallet companies and stuff. Like, why do people do this? They're just and then they make it worse for themselves. They make it worse for themselves.
All the time
is make it more difficult for CMB to pay you. The more you complain about it, to your wallet companies or whatever, and all that's garbage, you're just ruining it for yourself and ruining it for CMB to be able to help you.
I don't understand. So, this is almost a science project in psychology. Like it really is. Like I've been here 11 years. Look at these guys with me. They all did. We did Cash Effects. We did so many companies together. We have never seen this obsession, this insanity, the psychotic, the 4,000 support tickets. I never heard of this in my life. I've never seen this stuff in my life before. And I don't know what it is. Like, what is CMB so obsessive about? Like with you? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm still shocked. It's just one awesome brand in the industry. Like it is. It's an awesome brand in the industry. We all love it. We all made money here. We're still making money. We love it. But other than that, like, what is it? Like, what is it with you that you got to go out there and shit all over it and ruin it for everybody else? It's still mind-boggling. I don't understand. And so, someone wrote, he better have sympathy. Well, I have sympathy. I've got sympathy for Marcos, working his ass off trying to answer all these questions. I got sympathy for Don, whose phone is filling up with all kinds of chaos and BS. I got sympathy for Walter. I got sympathy for Sally. I got sympathy for all the leaders that were here with us since the beginning that have worked this. Tremendous amount of sympathy. Absolutely. But I don't have any sympathy for the wild animals who are ruining this and writing on Facebook and everything else. I do not. And again, if I could press the button like Donald Trump, I would cancel your account today. And I still might one day. You might get surprised. But as soon as I get the power to press that button, I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to cancel your account, and we're just going to delete your whole shit. That's exactly what I would like to do. That would make me so happy, Oh my God. Anyway, let's get into the presentation. Let's do this. Woo! That said, let's get to the next part of the show. CMB, baby. Let's get this money. Who likes 1.2% a day on the consistent? I do. Marcos does. So that's a risk disclaimer. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a platform of cryptocurrency. There's no legal, financial, investment, or accounting advice whatsoever. Is the game over for human financial analysts? You bet it is. Right now, we've had a track record of history where men were mostly in charge of doing all of the trading, human beings, and most of the human beings lost money. And if you look in your back office, in your CMB back office this second, you will see in your e-wallet that you've been making money. And isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that you're still making money? So our AI technology is the top leader of shorting in the Binance exchange. in all of the crypto world. And we've been making funds for all of our members since the day we opened. I'm Jan Gregory. I'm the global leader and brand manager around here. No, I'm not the owner, and no, I do not have any influence over him. We have a head office in Budapest, Hungary. We understand that a lot of people like technology, and this is European-made technology. These guys were in the business for over 2 years before we met them. They were perfecting the AI systems and software so that they could go into the marketplace and actually make gains. Like all software developers, their dream is to have as many people use the software as possible. Hence why we brought the network marketing plug into the whole business model. And ever since then, we've got, well over 70,000 members now, which makes the ownership very happy. Again, these people didn't come from the network marketing industry. They don't know Negative Nancy, and she wants her $48 withdrawal yesterday. They're not used to this kind of stuff and getting 4,000 support tickets. It's not their wheelhouse. They don't come from that kind of world, and either do I. Like, I've never seen some of this stuff before. And so their dream was just to get the software running in as many people's hands, make it as low cost as possible, and help everybody grow their crypto in another way, another vehicle to grow your crypto. So why do we even start CMB? Well, there's tons of USDT and Bitcoins and all kinds of cryptos out here sitting in people's wallets doing nothing. None of it's growing. None of it's making gains. The market's volatile. People don't know how to trade. People don't have time like me. And so CMB was the answer and still is the answer. And I'm still making gains like a boss every single day. How cheap is it? So cheap to get involved. Andy would say it was the smallest price to pay for the opportunity of the day. Like, he still loves the price. $50 a year. You pay $50 for the bot lease for an entire year. It's on a timer. It will renew after a year. And while the bot is running and your deposit is in there, your money is consistently growing. Your cryptos are growing on a daily basis, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Check your back office. You'll see the gains. They're real. They're there. How do you get started? Well, you get the link from whoever invited you to the call. You get involved. You do a 12-month activation on your deposit. The first $50 that you deposit goes towards your bot lease. And then the rest of the funds that you deposit in the system go towards making gains in the system on a daily basis. Really easy, really simple. And we are trading in the futures of Binance futures, and we are doing shorts and longs, and the majority of the money that we make for all of our members is coming from shorting on the alternative coins that are released in the Binance futures system. Okay, so we rely heavily on Binance futures to make all the gains. And the altcoin industry is where we do this. We don't really make a lot of money on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the S&P index of crypto, but we make all of the money for the members off the alternative coins that are circulating, and they're pumping and dumping. And we used to chase all those shit coins before, and we lost all our shirts on that. And so we gave our money to CMB so they can do the job a lot better than us. And they're doing a great job of targeting and making funds for everybody. So what kind of money can you deposit? Well, you can deposit up to $50,000 in the system. Our system is powered by Coinbase, and it accepts up to $50,000 in deposits. And then you can do that in our system and then start to be making 1.2% a day. The second part of it is affiliate marketing. We started this company for two kinds of customers. We started this for passive crypto income earners, people that had crypto and want to earn passively, and they're always welcome, and many thousands of them in our house. And then the second customer was network marketing, affiliate marketing people, and there are tens of thousands of those in our house. And the reason they're all here is because you like to make commission. And so we got some of the best commission in the industry. We got 10 levels of that. We got 10% on level 1, 5% on level 2, 2% on level 3, 2% on level 4, 1% on level 5, 1% on level 6, 0.75 on 7, 0.5 on 8, 0.3 on 9, and 0.3 on 10. And when you make all these levels and you unlock them all, like I did in the first few weeks, and so did Bob, and so did Marcos, and so did many people, we all hit ambassador. When you do that, you're making residual commission off your entire downline like this, and it's really, really good. Like, I'm making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day, and it comes in on autopilot. So just get to work, build your teams, get that bacon coming in, and you'll be a happy camper. Then you can see we have different ranks. So we've got everything from 1 to 4 as associate, We got number 5 is manager, and that's 30,000 in deposits. Silver is 60,000 in deposits. Gold is 125,000 in deposits. Platinum is 250,000 in deposits. Diamond is 500,000 in deposits, and Ambassador is 1 million in deposits. And again, I hit that in a few weeks. Everyone can do it. The beauty about CMB is that it is a company where you can actually achieve the ranks and get your bonus and get your money and get your, all of your residual commissions coming in. And it actually is an incredibly simple engine, easily achievable. Any networker can start fresh and actually make it good for a lot of people. People were never successful in a lot of the competitor platforms like Cash Effects and a lot of the other ones that came along in the past. They were all crap sauce. But when CMB came out, people actually achieved platinum, diamond, ambassador like that. And people were happy. Like they were genuinely really happy. And so that said, how does it work? Well, you're going to go out there and you're going to bring in teams. You're going to have your team volume is going to come from 50% of your big bull, and the other 50% is going to come from all the rest of the bulls. And so you got 50% from the big one, you got 50% from the other ones, and that's going to total up to whatever rank you're going to achieve. And let's say you get to 30K, that's going to make you manager, right? And then you're going to do silver at 60K and all the rest of these. So you get all the way up to ambassador like that. Some of the most powerful, successful brands that we've been partnered with since day one has been Binance and Coinbase. So Coinbase takes in all the money. CMB doesn't take your money. CMB doesn't hold Jan's money. Make a deposit. They don't take my money. Coinbase takes my money. Coinbase has all the money. All the crypto goes to Coinbase first, and then from Coinbase it gets transferred over to the Binance system, and then it grows in the Binance system, and then from Binance it gets profitable. All the profits are now sent over to the CMB office for distribution. So CMB is like a profit management distribution office. Really, that's what they're structured as. They're kind of the middle man in this whole equation. And so, we got funds coming in from deposits, going into Coinbase. Then from Coinbase, they go over to Binance. They get traded on the AI bots and the software system in Binance. And then from there, profits are being generated. And then those are sent over to the office. And then those are distributed out to all the members. And like I said, at this point in day, we have a little bit of an accounting chaos happening. Our withdrawals are still happening weekly, and they are. But right now, they're not as fast as they used to be. But we are going to get back to that. I know we are, once we get everything cleaned up. And then what do? We short like a boss. We are making shorting trades for the majority of our software. That is our strength in the industry. That's our competitive advantage. You can see here that we're making 571% on a short, 55% on a long, another 600 and something percent on another short. And if you call your broker, you call your real estate guy, you call your banksters, nobody in the planet Earth that you're going to call at lunch there is going to make 571% guaranteed. I know that answer. So you can call them all, but we're making that, and we're making that on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis like this. So really our shorting system and the way it works is really powerful. It's amazing. We're also global. So we're all around the world. We've got offices, leaders in all of the different areas around the world. All our leadership is out there. And we do have offices. We've got Felix, he got an office in Nigeria with Don and his friends there. We've got offices popping up too, but I call them education centers, but we've got people all around the world loving CMB, growing CMB, and promoting CMB, in every country around the world. And now because Binance Futures, and Binance is going through some hella drama right now, you guys can just pick up Google and Google it, but America is attacking it. America is attacking Coinbase. And let me just throw some light on what they're doing. The SEC is attacking Binance and Coinbase for one specific reason, and it's tax. They're doing a shakedown on those two crypto giants because they want their piece of the American tax dollars. And so once Binance and Coinbase's lawyers go in and negotiate some kind of deal, they're going to end up realizing that they need to pay tax from their platforms in the country of America. And once they give the American bullies their tax money, everything will be okay. So someday in the future, all this drama will be history and everything will be okay. But right now, it's a testy time in the pioneering industry of crypto, and the bullies in America are going after some of the biggest giants because they got the most money and they want to collect tax. And it all makes sense to me, and it makes sense to my lawyer too, and everybody else on my team. So really, that's the juice. That's what's going on. America is a bully. They want to collect tax off the big giants. And right now they're shaking them down and scaring them, or, putting them out of business, as people try to say, but they're really not. You can't put them out of business. This is crypto. One thing you guys got to understand here, something too, is that America doesn't own Bitcoin. China doesn't own Bitcoin. Germany doesn't own Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the people's money. This runs on a volunteer network positioned all around the world on various nodes on the blockchain. Okay, and I'm just going to talk simple, but it gets deeper than that. And all those nodes are firing off every single day, and all those transactions are going off in all your wallets and the back office and everything else. And it's all running on circuitry and a highway that has no control over any government whatsoever. And it's not owned by any banksters, and nobody's got their finger in the pie of whatever. Blockchain and the Bitcoin highway is completely voluntarily run by the people's economy. You and me, us and them. It's the people's money. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. That's why I only work with cryptocurrency platforms. Okay, there's no other platform. I don't do protein powder. I don't do any of this other crap sauce. I only work in cryptocurrency because I'm one of the pioneers of the crypto industry. Google me, check out my resume. You'll find out fast how long I've been here and what I've been up to. And so really, Bitcoin is the juice. And the reason we do this, the reason we do CMB and anything else, is because we're making commissions and we're making gains in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, USDT. And why? Why are we doing that? Why are we spending time doing this? Why am I making these Zooms to even address any of this? Is because we need to stack. We need to stack as much Bitcoin as we can, and crypto in general, between now and next year when the halving occurs. There's a halving that will occur in Bitcoin, and that's going to half the actual supply. So the supply will cut in half. And that means the pressure, like a diamond, is going to increase greatly on Bitcoin. And when the pressure comes down on Bitcoin, the price is going to go up. And that's all happening next year. Next year is what we're going to call a boom year, a bull run year. Next year is what we're all working for this year for next year. And so next year, we're going to have an incredible year. And some of you are going to give up now. Some of you are going to quit yesterday. Some of you are going to forget the reason and the vision of why you're doing this. And I'm sad for you, because I'm not quitting. I'm staying right here in the driver's seat, full gas on blast till we get there. And I'm stacking as much crypto as I can until next year, so we can take advantage of the boom and the pressure and the halving and the bull run. And let me tell you something, next year is going to be a lot different than the last one, because we're going to have, again, way less Bitcoin. Some of the exchanges are going to have to take Bitcoin right off the exchange because they won't be able to supply it anymore. Like, Bitcoin's going to become in short supply. Like, you don't even get it yet, but this is going to change the crypto industry again, like another click on a notch, and everything's going to change next year. And so you really have a limited window of opportunity and time to get out here and make this bacon before that happens. And then when that happens, I'm going to tell you all, because I'm going to be making Zooms every week, and you're going to see me doing this, and I'm going to tell you guys when it's time to switch to Bitcoin and take advantage of all that upswing that's going to happen from the halving and that sort of time zone. So that time zone is going to be crucial, and we all got to get ready, and we all got to listen, and we all got to follow protocol, and everybody's going to win if you listen. And most of you still aren't even listening about the regular stuff. Most of you aren't even listening about keeping up with us. So I pray for you. I pray for you that one day the light bulb goes off in your head and you realize that we are the best guys in the absolute industry right now. We are the winning team. We make more bacon than anybody else, and we do it with more platforms than anybody else. And we got the best of the best than anybody else. And we're stacking crypto for next year. And we're going to tell all of our members and everybody on our gravy train with us when exactly that time is to make those gains. And so all the people that have respected me, all the people that respected Marcos, all the people that respected Don, all the people that respected our whole Diversity 2030 family, they are going to become mega wealthy next year. We're going to turn money into massive amounts, like, 100x, 1000x type stuff. And those people are going to rejoice. They're going to dance in the streets while all those other haters have left the train. And I'm happy for that. I hope they leave today. Like, really, if you can't handle this and you don't understand what the big picture is, well, then, hey, the door is there. Take it now. Let's go. Now, terms and conditions. Every day, the bots are going to produce 1.2% on a 7 days a week interval. That's 365 days a year. Again, check your back office. You'll see the results are there. You can withdraw your profits daily soon. You can withdraw your commissions daily soon again. There's a minimum $20 daily withdrawal amount. We've actually got a reinvest button in the back office. It's not even on this list, but we're going to add it on the updates. The withdrawal fee has always been and always will be 5%, which is a small price to pay, and it's standard in the industry. We had a 24-hour withdrawal system before, the meltdown. We're getting back to that. That'll be back soon. And you can withdraw your bot profits on the regular, and you can withdraw your initial capital that you deposited after 8 months, and 8 months from the start. So there's a timer on that as well. When I deposited my initial capital was December. So let's do it. It's 6 months now. Today is my 6-month anniversary on my CMB deposit. Today, June 15th, where I am right now. It's 14th for most of you. So June 15th is my 6-month anniversary. So I got 2 more months left before I can actually withdraw my initial deposit. How about that? Look how fast time has flown. I still can't believe it. 2 more months and I've already hit the 8-month interval in the system. So how cool is that too? And people used to say, oh, 8 months is a long time. Man, there's 2 months left. I can't even believe that. Like, it's time flies. If you're not keeping up in this industry, you're not making bacon. I'll tell you that. So how easy is it to get involved? All you got to do is talk to the person that invited you to this call, showed you the Google replay, and then you open up an account with their referral link. Take you less than a minute. Then you're going to fund it with whatever value you want. We don't have packages here. It's the Free Willy program. So you can deposit whatever you want, whenever you want, daily, twice a day, 5 times a day, this week, next week. You make some money from landscaping. You make some money from your side hustle. You do some basement jobs. You do some babysitting. I don't care what it is that you do. You make that money and you want to grow it, then you can deposit it here and grow it further. This is all about growing your crypto funds. It's all about making gains consistently. And so what can you really achieve? You can almost double your money in about 90 days here. So you're going to double your deposit in about 90-day window. And that's just average, talking averagely, but that's the juice. You're going to double in 90 days. And again, there's not many platforms. There's not many things on planet Earth that can do that. And of course I've doubled. I've been here 6 months. So I've doubled. I've doubled twice now. So I've made a lot of money with my money and I'm very happy. And CMB has done a great job for me. And I have nothing bad to say about the company ever. And I never will. I think they've been upstanding. They've helped everyone. They've helped over 70,000 of my customers make gains. And I'm very proud of that. And I'm very happy with that. And again, if the company's having turmoil and issues, we have to be patient with them and give them the benefit of the doubt and also give them some time to fix things like you would any other company. Like, let's just imagine that your Toyota car had issues and Toyota was running out of computer chips and they couldn't deliver, which was a real thing. And all these Toyota dealers were sitting there without new product. They couldn't sell anything. All the sales guys were twiddling their thumbs for months because there was a chip shortage. So did they call Toyota? Did anyone quit? Did everyone, freak out? Well, yeah, some idiots wrote online too about that stuff, but really eventually they caught up and the cars came out and everyone started making money again. You think about that. Companies have issues, all kinds of issues. Apple has issues, Google has issues, Toyota had issues, all kinds of issues in the business world. And what do people have to do? You have to have patience with these companies. And there you go. Your bots are going to begin growing your crypto the next day. Within 24 hours, everything's going off like a boss. You guys can follow the Telegram channel. I'm going to be a lot more active on there, keeping people up to date. I know that's been some of the concerns of some of the members, and that's good advice. I respect that advice, and I'm gonna be a lot more communicative on the Telegram channel and let everybody know the happenings and the what's of what's going on. Customer service, that is still the real number for customer service. A lot of people write to me. I sent it to support, and they never wrote me back. Well, again, some crazy guy sent them 4,000 messages, right? Because they never wrote him back either. So why don't you be patient and just let them get it done? I've actually fixed a bunch of things. They actually just reset everybody's 2FAs globally. I requested that and everyone got their 2FA reset. And some of them people miss that because they don't follow the corporate channel. And so they're trying to message me and Marcos and, all messy, and they don't follow anything. So if you're not in the business and you're not doing this correctly and you're not following correctly and you're not doing it right, why? Why are you so messy? Ask yourself that question and stop blaming everybody else, right? Why? We're doing everything we can to help you. Like, I globally reset the 2FA for everybody, right? So that we could get all the stragglers back in on their accounts. And there it is, the terms and conditions. You're not allowed to do this in some of the areas of the world. Take note, you're going to make Bitcoin and USD, which is the best two cryptos in the world to get paid in. I would never recommend any kind of casino chips or funny money for anybody that works this hard as us. And I would recommend that you always focus on platforms that pay in USDT and Bitcoin. And the point again is to collect as much, excuse me, of it as you can between now and next year. So get to work, everybody. Listen to me. Get to work. Make as much money as you can. Take as many withdrawals as you can. Be patient. Work on as many platforms as you possibly can. You know, when you were in university or high school, you had to have 5 subjects to get your diploma. You had to take 5 classes: science, math, language, geography, physics, chemistry, something. You had to take 5 courses in high school. So how come you can't do 5 things now? What happened to you? Like, did you make it out of high school? Did you make it out of college? I went to 3 colleges. I'm a 3 college graduate and university too. And so like I took a bazillion courses in my lifetime, right? And so I don't understand how some of you can't move past the thought of multiple streams of income and diversity. It still blows my mind. You had to do it in high school to get out of high school. So if you couldn't do it there, you know, maybe you can't do it here. Okay. God bless you. But at the same time, for all of you, of those that actually did 5 courses in high school, like what are you doing? Get to work. There's so much money on the table out here. There's so much money to be made. I still can't believe it. And yes, we're still having the Cancun trip. There is a typo. It's October 28th and November 1st here. We got flights, 5-star hotel. Once accounting and all this stuff gets cleaned up, everything is going to come back to order and restore. And then we're going to have our promotion qualifications for everyone to get down here. Andy still is going to run down the beach naked, he promised, and then we're gonna have a good time. And I'm still going, and you're going, and whoever qualifies is going. And so, you know, as soon as everything's fixed up, we're all going. So let's grow your. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your time tonight. We really appreciate you. Thank you for joining CMB, and we're very happy with you being part of our organization. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, one more thing here. I just want to drop some links in there for everyone that showed up the initial thing. So let me do that now. So you guys that came in late, we launched a new platform at the beginning, and there's our links to check it out and register. So they're in the chat room now. And then we've also got a new system to help everybody with all of the issues. So all the leaders like Bob, Don, pay attention right now. Okay, listen up. This is the other part you need to hear now. So we have got a new system that we are going to send into support, and we've got a special form for everybody. Okay, I'm going to put that in the chat room. Don, you got some feedback coming off your phone. Okay, so right now I'm going to put the form now in the chat room for everybody on the call. There's over 900 of you there, okay? And I'm sure that you guys have got the issues. So here is the form, okay? Take a look. It's in the chat room now. So Bob, I know you're on here. I know a lot of the leaders are on this call. Take that CMB support form and copy it right now. Get it. And for those of you that you know are, you know, computer of your leaders is going to have this form for you now. So Bob, when you get that message from Ian, Steve, and they say, I still haven't got my deposit, you're going to send them this form. Don, everyone that is missing their withdrawal and they couldn't get their withdrawal for whatever reason, you're going to send them this form. This is the form you're going to send everybody in our family of CMB right now. This is the company authorized form for everybody to fill out and put in their support ticket, because some maniac has bombed the system with 4,000 messages and everything is clogged. The pipe is messy and they just don't even want to look at it. So this is going to take care of all of the important people, all the people that have been working, all the people that love us, that have been stressed. This is the form that we're going to send everybody. And I just put that in the chat room, and I'm probably going to have to drop it in there again after a few more people come in here, because for some reason you can't scroll back up on the chat form, but it's in there. So there's the form, and I'm going to pull up that form now myself, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So let me get that open. Okay. And I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this. Okay. Here we go. There it is. So there's a CMB support form. All right. You're going to put in your full name and your email address. Okay. You're going to put in your referral link and your username, or either or. Okay. Because it's either one, doesn't matter. You're going to put your details. in here on your missing deposit, and you got a lot of room here. You can actually even do an attachment in here. Okay, it allows attachments and it does a bunch of stuff, but we need it in text anyway. We need the hash link. We need all that stuff that you're already used to. We need it in text, okay? And then you're going to give your details on your missing withdrawal. So you're going to give your wallet address, where it was going. You're going to put your hash link in there. You're going to put some dates, whatever you know about your situation, you're going to put here. Okay. And then if there's other support requests, like, oh, I need to reset my 2FA, or I need to change my email address, or I need to change something else. I don't even know what else. It could be some drama, but whatever it is, you're going to put it in here. And then if you've got any comments or feedback for the company, they're willing to listen because they love you. So keep it respectful, keep it positive, and you're going to put those comments and feedback in this area. And then you're going to hit submit. And guess what? They're going to get it. They're going to get this form and they're going to address it and they're going to deal with it, and they're going to deal with it in an orderly fashion. And you're going to be in some kind of orderly, numbered queue or whatever. And it's going to get done. It's going to get done and everyone's going to be happy. And it's going to make everything a lot easier and simpler and less stressful. And it's going to give all the lead share with everybody that's got issues and still yelling and crying and doing whatever it is that they're doing. Okay. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have answers, we have solutions, and we never stop if you haven't noticed. So those of you out there that want to hate on me and hate on Marcos and hate on CMB, you guys are crazy. We are the hardest working guys in the industry, and we don't stop, and we're listening. Like, we're listening. That's where this form came from for you guys. And we got the nice now chat support form here so that everybody can fill this out. And then you guys can distribute the link to all of your downlines. You can give it out to everybody. And when they're chirping on Messenger and like, I haven't got my deposit in 2 minutes or whatever they're saying, you send them this link. All right. It's so easy. Now they've got an answer. Now they got somewhere to send their information to. And I'll tell you something else. They're still going to F it up. They're still going to send some crazy sauce in on that form. And they're probably going to confuse support anyway, because that's what people do. But that's okay. At least we gave them the answer, and that we took care of the customer, and they can't complain to us anymore. At least we're handling the business and we're taking care of people. And that is people first, money second. I haven't changed a thing. I haven't stopped since I started, and I'm not going to stop for anybody. So that's it. There's the form right here. You see it live on the call. You got your full name and email address. You got your referral link and username, details on your missing deposit, details on your missing withdrawal, your other support requests, any comments or feedback. You hit the submit button. You're off to the races. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome, Bob. You're welcome, Don. You're welcome, Marcos. Everybody, Sally, you're welcome. Now take your form and go make some people happy. All right. And that's that. I can't do any more than that. You can't ask me to send your 2FA in for you. You can't tell me to find your missing withdrawal, because I don't even know where to look. I have no control over any of that stuff, but I give you the form now and you can do your own stuff. So there you go. Everybody, you're welcome. And there it is. It's here in the chat. Okay. So take the form and work with it. Leaders, give it out to your teams. Marcos, put it in the chat rooms. Everybody that's chirping, feed it to them. And this is going to help everybody, get their answers and get themselves fixed up and handled just the way we want to. Okay. That's the best we can do. Marcos, you got any comments on that form? You happy about that?
I love the form. Thanks very much. This is amazing. I think it's going to help a lot of people and help the company also keep things more streamlined and organized. So,
bro, was that you that sent in 4,000 support tickets rapid fire? Was that you? Look at the crazies that rapid fire are spinning wheel. Like, oh my God.
It's just crazy. Just the messages are just flying in at me like crazy. You wouldn't believe.
I know. Give them that form. Give them that form.
Yeah, sending it right now.
What do you think of the form? Let me hear from you, Walter.
Sorry, I was trying to communicate the form to my team. But I think this is a great idea because, okay, if you guys don't understand how to fill the form, that's okay. Talk to someone who does, and step by step, provide the exact information you have, and be polite. And if there's still an issue, fill in the form, but only fill it in once, because they only need it once. Just fill it in and then wait, and it'll get resolved.
So it wasn't you that sent the 4,000 support tickets in from one user, was it?
Yeah, no.
It wasn't me for sure.
Like,
Don, was it you? Was that you,
Oh, man, not me. Not at all. It is something. In fact, tonight's call is incredible. Jan, I must say this. I must give you all the credit once again, as usual. The fact that we've been able to clear the whole show, open the whole road to everyone, let everyone get a clear-cut understanding of what is going on in CMB and how we're moving with our diversity 2030 is amazing. I'm so impressed. I'm so excited. I'm sure everybody in the chat room now from Africa and everywhere in Nigeria is excited. The fear of uncertainty sometimes used to keep people, afraid of stuff going on. But from what you explained tonight, I feel sorry for what is going on with the management too as well. And I do too. Yeah. Yeah, I know that CMB has always been our engine room. They have gone and come back several times. I remember January when we began, February we got attacked. And the system didn't take any moment. They came back again. Around April, the same thing happened. So we have always have that confidence. And I believe that CMB still has a long way to go in terms of what we're doing. It has given us the foundation of which we are building a dynasty upon. And I love it because I know that the road ahead is so big. Everybody knows the vision is so big. It's 7 years roadmap, doing different things together and helping ourselves in diversity movement. I must tell you, I'm excited today on the call. I thank you for all you do, Jan. You have been an MVP on this movement. And I pray that God will continue to give you the strength because I know that without you or without us, without every single person's vision cannot happen. So you are here doing the whole show, letting the whole movement, taking the whole bullet from naysayers and all whatnot, and dealing with all kinds of stuff. And today we have had, a stable movement. I know it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a smooth road as we go for the next 2030. It's going to be bumps on the road, and then we keep on managing some issues, keep on going together. So I advise us to try as much as we can to be patient with the system, follow through your leaders, believe in the process, and let's see how we can go with this. I am so excited. This Diversity 2030 you're seeing, we are preparing a conference in the next couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks to come. Next month, we're going to do a national conference here in Lagos, and we converge all the African leaders and Nigeria to one place and actually let them know what Diversity 2030 is all about. It's going to be huge. We are going to make this thing, blast in Africa. We are just getting started, I must tell us here. Everywhere you are in the world, believe in this movement. Let's trust Jan. We can't have two captains in the sea. He's on top of the game, trying to make things happen. And I know all the challenges. And I know that by the special grace of God, we're going to go places. So peace out, guys. Thank you very much, Walter. Thank you, Marcos, for all you do. Thank you, all the whole team. I know that we're going to go places with this movement. Thank you, CMB management, and let's do it.
Let's do it. Everybody. I want to hear from Bob. Bob's got his hand up here. I want to let him talk. Bob, go ahead. Say something. Give us some feedback.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate you, man. Just a couple of things. I mean, I think that, it's understandable what happens to companies when they grow this fast. I got a text during the presentation of a totally separate industry opportunity company that canceled a Zoom today because of some technology issues. I mean, things are going to happen. I think the biggest thing that, you're right. People make up movies in their own mind. They start typing, they start, putting whatever they feel is going on. They've been screwed by other opportunities. I think really solutions come into play initially with just communication, like once a week. Like if the company would do that moving forward, like let's forget about yesterday, right? I think you did, and I can sense your frustration, by all means justified. I mean, I'm getting hundreds of emails. I know you're getting thousands, right? So it's justifiable. People do freak out. I do understand there's 2 to 3% of people that are the ones that are freaking no matter what the solution is. I think the majority of people just want to know the company's not running away. They just want to know that, what is the problem? I think people can be patient. I think it's absolutely amazing having the support form that you guys created. See, those are the solutions you're creating behind the scenes. And when nobody knows anything, that's when they start to make up movies in their mind. So I appreciate that there's movement. I appreciate that they're working diligently. I completely understand and respect the fact that they're overwhelmed. It's ridiculous. We've tried to share with our team, if you send in a support ticket, trust me, they have it. You don't need to send 10 or 20. I mean, 4,000, gee whiz, that person's got a lot of time on their hands. However, I do understand people's frustration, but I think that moving forward, as you build a community, at least as I build our community, we try to just stay informed. And I'd like to take the weight off of you and the weight off the company by being able to disseminate information. If we had the information, hey, we got this information, the company's overwhelmed, and that's what we've been sharing with people. I know with the accounting department, there's been some craziness with deposits showing 2,300 that turned into 230, and you had expressed that accounting's working on those. I'm sure the form's going to be great. I do want to say one thing, and I hope all 820 people and everybody on Facebook are listening very, very closely to what I'm about to say. If you submit a form, please don't submit another one. Don't submit a third one. Don't submit a fourth one. One form is going to do the trick. Now, on top of that, if you're missing a deposit and you don't understand how to get a transaction ID, please get with somebody that does understand it, because if your form goes in with wrong information, two things are going to happen. It's going to make a support form that they never even needed to look at, so it holds the rest of the line up. And number two, they're not going to be able to fix your problem. And so there's many, many great leaders in the organization. And I'll speak for our golden team. Scott and I are here to help make sure you guys know and understand what a transaction ID is, where the wallet was sent to, and those things. Okay. I'm extremely ecstatic, kind of moving through the mud here of some of the way some of you are feeling, is that this support form is going to help tremendously. And if we just had, Jen, just a little bit, maybe once a week, hey guys, I know it's not completely fixed. I know it's this or whatever. Hey, we're still working on it. We're here. See, at the end of the day, and I'm talking to the people right now, customer service, when a company grows this freaking fast, because the opportunity is so amazing, they weren't ready for this, and we have to give a little grace. We do. Now, the reason people aren't giving grace is because they have no communication, and without communication, they start to make up movies in their mind. I'm going to say, for all 800 people here and everybody on Facebook, all the leaders understand that. Like, we're in that same boat. Communication goes a long way. It doesn't have to be communication daily. It doesn't have to be communication weekly. But at the end of the day, with all of us making up movies in our mind, that is where the chaos begins. And so take this, whatever negative you took from this Zoom at all, take the underlying positive. The company's still here. There's a corporate staff working diligently. Jan's communicating with them on a regular. We have a new support form. Be patient. My suggestion, I don't know if the company would even take this, would be stop all new people from coming in for a few weeks. Stop new deposits externally for a few weeks. Let them get caught up. But if they feel they can handle new stuff and get caught up, great. It's all fine. We're all on here. Many are not leaders. We are leaders. We're experienced. We've built communities into the tens of thousands. We're always here for the people. And I personally believe a good leader knows exactly how to get people involved and disseminate information and answer questions. A great leader is going to be there for people when the mud gets thicker. And all we need to do is come together. Let's forget yesterday, okay? The good news is the company's here. It's not a rug pull. They're getting caught up. Let's lock arms together, leaders, with your teams, to make sure these support forms are filled out properly, so that we don't have 50,000 support forms that the company looks at and goes, well, we don't even understand what this person means. So let's work together. I'm talking to the leaders now. Let's work together with our teams to make sure not only we have the support form, that the support form is filled out accurately without a book written, right? Very short pieces of information with the accurate information. Let's be patient. I can tell you our group is just going to pause. We'll continue to reinvest and grow our accounts and let the company actually get caught up. Jan, I really appreciate your candidness. I know you have a little bit different style than some of us, and I appreciate everybody's style. But at the end of the day, just knowing that the company's here, they're working through it, they've come up with this support form solution. I think if we all work together with our teams, this will get fixed up much sooner than later. So, gang, rest assured, take a breath out. You don't have to hold your breath, and let's just keep the faith with what CMB is doing for all of us. Go ahead, Marcus. I see you, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Bob, for that. Okay, Jan, I just needed to go over something here before I lose my chance here. People are asking me this same question over and over, so I need to get clarification. People are asking, for those of us who have a pending withdrawal, we do not submit the form, correct? The ones who already have a pending withdrawal. Okay, that is everybody. Just because you have a pending withdrawal is not a support issue. It's if you have a missing deposit, or if you already, your withdrawal was processed, but you didn't receive it. It's a missing withdrawal. So if you have a pending withdrawal in your back office like me, there's no need to submit a support ticket. All right. So just wanted to make that clear, because a lot of people were messaging me and asking me that question, and I just wanted to clarify that. So no, if you have a pending withdrawal, do not submit a ticket. But if you have another issue, like a 2FA issue, or your missing deposit, or your missing withdrawal, it's cleared out, but you haven't received it, those are the reasons that you would submit a support ticket. Okay.
Okay, and let me clarify this too. Bob, great advice. And I come on the Zoom every week. I just extended this thing to 1,000 members today, as you noticed. I also wrote that document in the corporate telegram last week, because the pressure was on all of us leaders to provide some communication. CMB is going to continue to allow me to inform all of our members on a weekly basis, and I will do that. So tomorrow I will put out another letter in the corporate telegram with that support document in the telegram, so people can then take it from there and do their diligence, and we'll give some instructions like you said tonight. Just submit one, make sure you've got the correct information so we can help you. We'll reiterate what we've just the leadership has talked about here tonight, and we're going to work together. And that I'm all about the people first and the money second, and you've known that since the day you met me, and that's why you love me. And yes, I'm a bit of a different guy. I'm a bit of a hard shell, or whatever you want to call it, but I have to be, man. There's 70,000 people here, and we it's chaos, right? And so I just want everyone to know that I do care about the customer, and I have since the very first minute. Like, why am I still doing Zooms every week for you guys? Why am I still showing up? Why am I still writing communications? And yes, there's been what I call a lack of communication, but it's because of a grandiose frustration, right? Just, we're human beings. Everyone's like incredibly frustrated with the scenarios, like I've explained some tonight, and it's mind-boggling, And so we're going to get better at this. Like you said, yesterday is history. We're going to move forward as a group, as a team. The leadership here is awesome. We got some of the best human beings on earth with us, and we're just going to continue to push and educate and communicate and supply solutions. And we're going to get there. I know we are. And like you said, the number one thing that you have to understand is we're still in business. The systems are still running. The accounts are still making money. Everybody's still growing. You have withdrawals pending. They're going out in batches. People are reporting in the chat rooms, hey, I got mine. And so they're coming out in batches. No, I don't know if it's like A to D and then E to H and like this on last name. I don't know the structure of how the batches of withdrawals are going out, but I'll find out. Someone asked me that too, and I was like, okay, let me find out how they're structuring the withdrawals. I'm going to find that out, and I'll put that knowledge again into the corporate telegram. I might have that data for next Wednesday's call again, and then I'll come back Wednesday and I'll give you guys some more. And as we move week to week, like you said, and we're going to be better at this, communicate more solutions, take care of our customers, take care of our people, it'll get better. It will get better. And the best news of all is that we're still in business and we're still growing, and and we're not stopping. Like this is what we want. We want to make gains. Everybody signed up to make gains. Everybody put their money down to make money, and we're still delivering on that promise, and we have never not delivered on that, except that weird week we had in February. There was only 1 week off where we never made the customers gains. Just 1 week in history. And other than that, we've been making everybody gains nonstop since we started. And so, I am again proud of that. And again, this is not easy. Corporate management is pulling out their hair. People have actually walked off the job from the abuse that they've received on those messages. People are overwhelmed at the office. It's insane. It's insane, guys. And so really, we've got to work together and make this a better outcome. And we are. And that's why we're awesome. That's why we're champions. And that's why I am a world champion, because I figure this stuff out and I find the solutions and I talk to management. And another thing is, it's like no one else does, and no one knows anything but me. So it's like, don't listen to them, please. Just come to the Zooms on Wednesdays. Follow the corporate Telegram. I'm going to make sure everything's in there. Marcos takes it from there and puts it in his groups. Don takes it from there, puts it. Bob takes it from there and puts it in his groups. We're just going to organize this a little bit military style, if you will, and just keep the line of communication rolling, communicative, more and more, better and better, and we'll get there. That's it. That's all I want to say. I also want to let some other people get their hand up here. Where is Prince? He had something to say. Prince, where are you? Still got your hand up here? Let me see. There he is. Go ahead, Prince. Say what you got to say, bro.
Oh yeah, boss. Thank you so much for coming out tonight with these blasting updates. That's the first thing I want to thank you for. I'm one guy who never wanted to talk about the payments, withdrawals, or whatever complaints. Those are my last lines in any deals that I do. I always want people, my team, followers, and the entire community to practice patience. Just like Bob said. In fact, Bob, you're spot on every point you made. Thank you so much for coming out on that. And I still just want to throw a little piece on that. All leaders should sit up. Training, just like John is always stressing. Training is important on this journey. It's a crazy game, it's a crazy world, it's a crazy industry. So training is the only thing that can emancipate the minds first, and then before we talk about the human being itself moving forward. Because if the minds are not emancipated, there's no way the soul is going to move. So guys, we're going to put in more training, more time, more dedication, more responsibility to our callers, and then we do the best thing that we can. And I also want to stress communication also is key. Sorry, I'm not inventing the wheels here, but like what we did last time, Jan, you took that message and you dropped it on the messenger Telegram channel, and it was really powerful. It went a long way when it went there, and it was lovely, because a lot of people were missing out on that, and some apprehensiveness were calmed down. And I want to urge us to do more. If you need more hands, like I will always say, we'll be available to assist anytime. We'll be available to assist anytime, and we're ready for this journey to go far into the future. We'll be right here pulling the wheels together. Thank you so much, boss. Marcos, for all you're doing, I can see your handwork, your fingers, I can see you working so much, all those flyers and whatever you're putting out there, the media stuff that we're using for all the programs, that's extremely great. Thank you so much for doing that for the entire community. And I want to say that from Africa, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prince. I was actually thinking when you guys do your diversity movement that me and Marcos will come and help you guys, on the Zoom calls and be at your events, digitally and stuff, and really help you guys with everything, because we know, we know, and we know what we're doing. And so we're going to come help you guys explain, do everything that we do together as a team. So we're going to be there for you, and we're going to help you guys take care of all of your customers, and we're not going to let you down. Like, we've never let you down. You already know we have never let you down. We are here every week, week to week. We never stop. You know, people can say whatever they want about us, but you guys know that we're here. We're serious business. We never give up. We never quit, and we won't. Like, why should we? Why are we going to quit on 70,000 people? You think we're crazy? Never. Like, we're going to take care of everybody, and we're going to make sure we get to the finish line together. And, you know, the finish line is still 6.5 years out. We've only been at this for 6 months. Like, this is still only 6 months, man. Like, think about that for a minute. Like, we've been at this for 6 little months. 6 tiny months, and look how fast it's gone by. Right?
And Jan, that's what I love about all the whole show. You reminding people about the 6 months, 6 years to come journey, Diversity 2030. In fact, this is one thing I want the whole community here to start paying more attention on. A lot of us are seeing it short term. This is not a short term journey. I've got a chance to discuss with Jan at length about this journey and movement. It's becoming more reality by the day from what we're doing together. The Diversity 2030 is a reality, is real. And I don't want to, each of us should know, when a man is committed to a vision for the next 7 years, you know, you don't expect him to just have one bump and quit. So I love what Jan is doing, staying with us all together, updating us. Like, the most important thing today is the communication, like we rightly said, and we can't repeat that at much. It's so important, please, Jan. And as we're doing it, let us also still know that we have so many other things that we're doing. Learn how to multitask. Learn how to manage your leaders. Learn how to lead with patience. Learn how to invest and understand the power of investment. Learn how to educate people on what it means to have a thick skin. You know, people should have, you know, mental toughness. I know most times it's not always easy, you know, when we face challenges, but let's learn how to draw strength from each other. And this is why we have leaders. Like Prince rightly said, you know, Bob rightly said, you know, everybody rightly said, it's important we begin to learn and produce more leaders that will take more responsibility. This job will be lesser with Tujan once most of us stood up more and begin to take a gigantic responsibility about team leaders, calming down, education, diversity, moving people into different things, helping them to understand the 2030 movement is going to help a lot of this community compress pressure a lot. So I love it. I must tell you, I love everybody on this call. Today's call was a blast. I can't speak enough of this call today because a lot of people are coming up to understand, to know where are we heading to, what are we doing to. Now CMB will be giving us all the communications all the time on Telegram. Like Bob said, this will reduce a lot of pressure, lead more with understanding, and we have a long way to go with this movement. I must tell you, Jan, this is one of the biggest things that have happened to MLM industry. And I said long ago that it's not going to be rosy. You know, the magnitude of any vision always determines the size of the opposition. So a whole lot of things are going to come up as we go, but having the shock absorber, you know, like a car, to absorb most of those pressures and keep moving forward is what we need to have more in us. And I know with this, it's going to be a blast. You know, thank you guys. And thank you very much once again, Jan, for all the things.
Thank you, Don. You are my right-hand man in this game. You are my VP, Vice President of the Diversity Movement. Marcos is my Vice President. Walter is my Vice President. And I'll tell you something else. Just think of this for a minute. What if I quit? What if I walked away after all the death threats and messages and behind MLMs and YouTube videos about me? What if I just quit one day and just walked away? What would you guys all do without me? Where would you go? How would you even figure this out? Just think about how important I am. Just think of that for a minute. And then think about what kind of personality it takes for me to have to not quit and not give up. Do you think that, you know, the 999 people on the call would have stayed in my chair this whole entire time till today, 2:48 a.m. and come back week after week and done a Zoom and find solutions and do what I do? Do you think that anybody else would have had the stamina, the perseverance, the strength to be me? No way. They would have quit long ago. They would have walked out on this stuff long ago. They would have gave up, thrown their hands up. Think about that for a minute. Just think about that. Think about what it must take for me to be here every week after week after week and still pushing and still growing and still finding solutions and still helping the customers and still leading the leaders and still providing vision and still providing economy, gains, profits, food on the table, gas in the truck. Think about that. Just realize who I am and how much I really mean to your lives. And then you'll have a greater respect for what's really going on here. And with that said, good night all. Love you so much, and we'll see you on the next call.